This is one of the many ways that I use different technology tools to make posting to social media faster and, very importantly, require a lot less focus from me. Here's an example of how you could use an automation for tedious tasks, almost like a checklist, to remember what's next and to make the whole process a lot more automated with less mistakes and also using less brain power each time. So you aren't going, oh, what about this? What about this? Wait, what do I do next? And get it done faster. Also, when you're really sure where to start because you just start the automation, you're less likely to procrastinate the task. You're more likely to post the stuff you actually worked hard to make. This particular automation is used to post to many different social media platforms using an image in just one sitting. It's one of the many examples from my upcoming Macstock talk, From Postal to Post All, using automation to make social media posting easier. If you're planning to attend, use the coupon code CONQUER for $50 off. This is a Mac-based automation. I'm using Keyboard Maestro and I'm going out to use one shortcut. Both of these automations will be available for you to download and then customize however you want to on the related blog post. The social media platforms I'll be posting to are Mastodon, Blue Sky, Threads, Facebook and Instagram, Twitter, X, LinkedIn, and then I have a Discord that I'll also be sharing it with. This is the Keyboard Maestro macro that we'll be using. This is where we grab the variables, I grab the image, and I ask for the alt text so that they're described. I'll ask for any hashtags. I'll ask for description, like the words that go in the post. I'll test the post words to make sure they're not too long for Twitter and Blue Sky and whatever else. And then it will save that specifically to one that's short, and that will include the hashtags. The output is going to be somewhat customized for the different platforms that I've gone for maximum ease. Let's start the macro. The first thing I need to do is I need to grab the file itself. Although some of these platforms will make me select a file specifically, either from Photos or from Finder, some of them I can just paste it. And since that's easier, and that's what I'm all about, we're gonna grab the file. I'm gonna grab this one, copy it, and I have to make sure that it's selected on the Finder, right? Copy it, and then continue. The answer is no, it is not already in the Photos app because I'm going to be using a third-party service OpenVibe because it posts to Mastodon, Threads, and Blue Sky all at the same time. The file I want to use, continue. And in Photos, you can see it's saved. Just ignore all the Pokemon stuff. I'm going to go over and grab the post that I already saved. So the reason that I have these little dialog boxes constantly popping up, that's because sometimes there's a point of automation where I could go in and do this, but it might break and it might actually take longer than it's worth. So if I can meet myself in the middle just by giving myself a prompt, then all of a sudden I don't have to think about it as much, but the next action's still happening. If it bothers me a lot, I can do the more detailed programming later, but I wait until it really bothers me because sometimes I get 90% of the way there just by giving myself a prompt of what I need next. In this case, I need the alt text. Where is it? Here's my alt text. I did make it. There we go. I did not make my hashtags. Social media text. If you've already written these, right, you can just copy and paste them. That's what I prefer to do. There we go. Okay. And then the hashtags, Macstock, automation. Okay, those are my hashtags. Why not? This is something that I had it go out to shortcuts for. So it's telling me, hey, you're over the limit. It tells me how many characters I'm over the limit by. So one of the first things I can do is grab the bit.ly and put it in instead. So maybe I'll get rid of the Keyboard Maestro and I don't know, iPhone, and we'll see. Oh, we allow it to run another shortcut. Yes, that will happen the first time. Okay, so it says I'm still over. Because what the shortcut's doing is if I've been over once, it says fix it. And then it'll run the same shortcut again with the new text. And by the way, the platforms that don't care about character count or the posting sources, they'll just get the original one. And I'll have a new short version that'll go to Twitter. It'll go to Blue Sky that also has a limit, that kind of thing. Sorry guys, you don't get the specific thing about in person. Must be fine now. It said it's fine. So we've opened OpenVibe. This is the first place we're going to do an actual post. Check that it's posting to the right socials. So the reason I have these alerts, because they're like a checklist, they're here to tell me, hey, don't forget about this common mistake. And every time I notice a mistake, I go back and update it. So here's the little button, and that's right, because I don't know anyone on Maestro. These are the correct ones that it's posting to. Great, apply. Just in case I had one go inactive or whatever, need to be relogged into, or maybe I only wanted to post to some of them. I just want to double check that they're all checked off. I'm going through the work after all. Start a new post, check it, paste it. Yay! Now add the image. There's my image. Continue and add alt text. So it could give this all in a checklist, but that takes more attention to follow. And for me, I could have one single alert that pops up and each one and have the whole bullet point, but that requires more attention to go back and forth. Whereas if there's one instruction on each alert, I'm way less likely to tune it out. Maybe two. So like this one has two. It says paste the text and then hit apply. And you do have to watch this Keyboard Maestro. Sometimes it will have the alert highlighted and it'll still say OpenVibe up in the corner, even though it's actually Keyboard Maestro. And so you need to make sure that that's what's highlighted. And you'll know because it just won't work. So here's the alt text that I wrote earlier for screen readers. So I can hit apply. It's really nice to do it for people who are visually impaired and are using a screen reader. Sometimes there's technology to do it, but also putting more information in if an algorithm is at play gives the algorithm more information. I hit apply. The next thing is hit post. Perfect. If you find that you're fine with a one checklist, you could just have one alert. If you find that you want it broken up even more, the point is to customize it for you and for your attention. I basically tried to make these so that I could sit in a board meeting while they're talking about something that has nothing to do with me and pay just enough attention to figure out that it still has nothing to do with me and still get something done. Or maybe I'm rewatching a show I've already seen several times. What I've tried to do is get this to that level of attention. Hit the post. We're going to add the photo video. Then edit photo. Click alt text. Paste it. Apply. I could do the next one. Paste the post. Click publish. I mean, if you wanted to schedule, you'd put that in if that's a thing you're doing regularly. If you regularly schedule, you would add in a one about scheduling. OpenVibe, you can't schedule, so if you're trying to do them at the same time, you would just do this and hit publish. So I have two accounts that I need to do it from. So it's just going to give me the same things again. Yes, I'm in the ADD Liberator account. This is only here and needs to be here because I have multiple accounts. So it's just prompting me to paste the image and then paste the text. That should totally fit here, but apparently doesn't. Okay, next. So I'm going to post to the other ones. Paste the image, paste the text. Add the description. And here's my alt text. Now I hit post. Now we're posting to LinkedIn. Click start a post. Paste the image. So it's telling me exactly what I need to do as long as I actually read the directions I wrote to myself. Paste the text. The automation puts everything to the clipboard in advance, so it saves quite a few clicks. It's just pasting it in manually is going to save the overdoing it automation. Premature optimization is the word we sometimes call it. Got the text pasted. I click on Alt. Put it in, continue, click next. And the more you're used to having like those much smaller one per alert, the less likely you'll go ahead and push the things prematurely. Click post. And you could schedule that one too. There's a little button. If that's something you're in the habit of doing, you would add that there. Discord. Paste the image. Paste the text. And you have to enter. There we go! People can register! And I've posted to many places. Yay! Hopefully you could see it as an example for other types of sort of automation checklists that you might be able to make if social media doesn't directly apply to you. Again, you can find these actual links if you'd like to get them for yourself and adapt them. You can find them on the blog post that's related to this. The link will be in the descriptions where that is appropriate. Otherwise, you can always look at the blog on conquer.consulting and you will see it. If you think of any ways that this might be improved or tailored for additional uses that I might not have thought of, please let me know in the comments. I'm always interested to hear what automations are working for other people. Oh, shoot, I hit post. Well, there's no accounting for me just being silly, so apparently that one won't have any descripted text because there was nothing that says don't hit the next button. Okay, next. I hit the post button again. I guess we'll have to use the last one to demonstrate putting in the alt text. It's just, the post button's so big. I'm sorry for the other post, for everyone using a screen reader. I wrote it. I tried to do it.